right, good morning everyone. Yes, welcome back to Dunk Scott Traders Hub. It's yet another day, Wednesday, and here we are for our session, our daily session that we always have. So without any further ado, let's get into a prayer and get started. Father, we say thank you for the beautiful morning. Thank you that we're back here. Thank you for yesterday's success, and of course thank you that we know where we made the losses we will recover, because you are the God of success, not of failure. And we're saying thank you for the recovery. Thank you for profits that we're making today. Thank you for the trade setups, and thank you for the discipline and the guidance that you're giving us even throughout this year. We give you praise, we give you all the honor. In Jesus' name we've prayed. Amen. Alright, so as usual, you guys know that we start with crush 500. I told you I want to be on time today, so no wasting time now. Straight into business. Crush 500. So yesterday we looked at crush 500. What we needed was we were looking for buys. That's what we wanted yesterday, but it did not give us the buys where we wanted. It actually broke structure there, and I left it. Ever since that time when it broke structure, I did not mind about it to enter any buys. Surprisingly, it came through and broke and gave us a change of character right there, and now we continued with the buys. It is coming right there. That's where we anticipate buys to come all the way to. So according to H4, it did not reach exactly, but it touched this other level like how we had anticipated. That is the fair value gap. And now the buys are going to continue. It's not going to look back. It is not going to look back. I don't think it's going to look back again to go down. I think it's going to continue with buys. I think it is going to continue. Let me first look at this. First delete this and delete that. Even this, all this was for yesterday, so I want to first delete everything there, and then use this weekly. It came to 50%. It came to 50%. It was supposed to be coming to 61.8. Okay, it's crazy, but it has gone below that 50, which is now also part of the discount. So it's a bit crazy. So yeah, let's wait and see. The buy should be continuing. Should be continuing, even though we see it reacting to the 50% on the fib. The buys should be continuing. So right now price is strongly into a buy, and you can see according to H4 we have ourselves a change of character right about here. That is where we are seeing a change of character. So I doubt that price is going to actually come back again down below, unless if it is trying to get some liquidity from this fair value gap and then drop again to hit this level. Unless if it is doing that and then drop again to hit that level to give us the buy entry. But as of now, price is headed all the way right there. It can break it and go through. It can drop. So I mean, it can go through or it can drop also. So no business here till further, till we get probably a proper entry on M15, of which I'm not seeing currently. It is very bullish, so no business here unless if we see a pullback. Boom 1000. Boom 1000 yesterday our analysis, we wanted the pullback here, then we get in with buys. The pullback happened, but it went ahead and broke that level, giving us a break of structure. Then dropped here to give us a lower low, but then failed to maintain that. According to H1, actually that is no break of structure. This here is no break of structure. Then it gave us a change of character right there. So the buys are going to start. But remember, our anticipation was price to get there, and then we drop for the sell. Price has gotten around here, but it has not hit the target yet. So let's see if it is actually going to continue with buys. It's actually going to continue with buys according to H4. But apparently we are looking for sales, so we are looking for sales, and I think we should have entered our sales long time when the current H4 started. Let me see when that H4 started. Yes, when this current H4 started. But for us, we could have entered below a 10 MA on M15 right there, and now it is trying to break this level. It's trying to break this support right there. So if it breaks it, then we have an entry to sell it all the way down below. It is going to be selling it. Our target will be this level right here. This will be our other entry immediately at breakout. Tested it 2 times, 1, 2, 3, failed. Now it is even failing again, so we cannot enter any sales. You can see it has just spiked to go back up, so no business here yet. But if it breaks it immediately, we have a sell move to drop down. According to M15, we need sales to drop down. According to M15, we need sales to drop down. So in fact, I think if it fails to go above our 10 MA again, we might as well engage in a sell to drop down immediately, because the new H4 is going to start, and this H4 is just looking for the week down, for the downer week, and then the next H4 will start to drop down. All right, I think that's very clear for us. We will come back to it. So now I can delete these. We will come back to it before the session ends. Boom 500. All right, boom 500. Boom 500 went as planned. We first sold it. We first sold it here. It was a short sale, even though it did not hit our target, but we sold it immediately when it broke out there, and then sold it all the way to this. Took us out, of course, in profits. Our SL was in profits. Then later continued. We remember those in the session I had told you about this. I told you about this level. So it came to that level and then continued all the way up to go into the buys, just like we wanted already. So all this now can be deleted, all this now. All right, so the buy that we wanted, go to H1. It hit perfectly the target. As you can see, that was our buy there to reach there. According to H4, that was a breaker broke, or the level where we saw the break of structure, and now this current H4 is a strong sell, so all this now can go. So our anticipation has been clearly met. Now we can delete all that. The next H4 should also be a sell according to daily time frame. Remember, we are still selling according to daily time frame. We haven't reached the target yet. This is our target right here, according to the heads and shoulder. According to this head, left shoulder, right shoulder, this target hasn't been hit yet, so that's why we are still looking for this sell. All right, so the next H4 we hope to be a sell also. In fact, a high momentum sell. Looking at H1, we never got a break of structure right there, as you can see. No break of structure. In fact, we sort of have a double top. If we go to M15, same thing. In fact, we have a change of character right here on M15. So I'm just going to wait for a confirmation right here on M15. It's gonna be a perfect sell here. I'm just gonna wait for something like that, pullback, any pullback on M15. Then once it starts to drop, it's gonna be a perfect entry for this boom 500. So if you are someone who trades boom 500, then this is going to be a perfect entry for us today. Hopefully it comes around today, it doesn't drag us to next day. Okay, so we will wait for this to come through that, and then we drop. Any pullback to confirm this change of character will be valid for us to, will be confirming for us to make the sell move. That's it. V25S. Let's now look at V25S. Yes, good morning, Judy. How are you? Was it Friday, Saturday? I don't remember. You wanted, you had said you wanted to join the course. I don't know if it is the course, Judy, if that you wanted to join, or if it is the VIP, because you never got to me. And if it was the mentorship class, we have so far, today is the third day. We will be starting at 3 to 4 to 5 p.m. So you've missed 2 classes if you wanted to join the mentorship class. Let's see, V25 1S. Yesterday, let's go to yesterday. We wanted this, we wanted that move. So a pullback here happened. If I can drag this here and show it to you, we wanted this pullback and then we enter buys. The pullback continued and broke, it went all the way down below, and then the buys came through just like we had anticipated. Then from there again we wanted a drop, we wanted another drop from there, and that drop happened according to this analysis, as you can see, and then the buys came through just like we anticipated. So all the anticipations we had made yesterday happened on V25 1S, even though I was not focusing on it. Yeah, I was not. When it broke this level and went down, I just went off the chart only to come back to find it had gone all the way down. And then it dropped when I was in class yesterday, dropped, and after the class I was not trading again, and that's what happened. So I missed all the entries on this. Look at the double bottom right here, how it came through, prayed exactly, but I know it's likely to come back. It's likely to come back. This is M15. It's likely to come back to test this level. But it did, actually did come back right here, tested all the way the OB. Is it going to come back again? I doubt it will. Let's see if it will. So this is M15. Let's first head over to weekly time frame. We know we are looking for sells. So if I go to daily, we are looking for buys to first test that change of character. Yep, that's what we are on to. According to H4, now we have a change of character right about there. That is our change of character. Price has broken it, but I believe it's gonna drop down to test the change, to confirm the change of character. So this can also go now. All right, so we have that, and now it has met a confluence area right about there. So that's where we are likely to see our drop coming in from. So we are likely to see our drop come from there. Our drop come from there. It can either come to all the way this OB right there, that OB right there, and then it gives us another perfect entry if it fails to break this confluence area level. But if it does, then it can of course continue like that and then find another way to give us a pullback to test either this level like this and then continue up, So all this is what we can anticipate. If it breaks it, then it will only test that level, it will not drop down. If it fails to break it now, it will drop down to test either this order block or some fair value gap around there, but I believe it may drop all the way to the order block here, and then we get in with our buys to take us all the way up there. So I think this is now very clear. If we go to M15, M15 is overbought. Yeah, it is overbought, so it's likely to give us some sells anytime from now on the current, on the H4 that is starting in the next 5 minutes. So let's wait and see what will come through. V75. Oh, Judy, you wanted to join the VIP. It's fine, it's okay. V75. So the V75, let's see, yesterday we sold it. We wanted a pullback here. It did not come to give us a pullback. What happened is it broke and continued, so we sold it when it was making this pullback. Those who are on VIP, you remember we took that trade and then played games there and closed our trades, and then we did not enter that buy because still it was having a momentum. By the time it did that, we were actually even in the class for the mentorship. So all this now can go. First delete all that, come to H4. So it has gone like that. Remember, it took us out the other time around there and played games and, you know, started to go through. Remember, this is a flag and it's gonna continue all the way up there. The only issue is entering it, getting a perfect entry to enter perfectly. So I believe it's gonna give us another drop anytime that we will be able to get a perfect entry to swing it all the way up there. So I'm not going to focus on it now. All I need is a pullback because I cannot trade it now. First of all, it is a bit slow. Then I don't have also a perfect entry that I can work with that can give me at least a significant stop loss level that I can work with. So for now, no business. We still know it's headed right up there, but I'm not going to focus on it until I see a pullback. And right now I don't see any level for a pullback because it is not even leaving any gaps. Maybe this gap here on H1, but it doesn't normally work with H1s. Maybe that's what I can see. Apart from that, there's nothing. All the gaps are closed. So it's likely going to go up there, hit that target, hit that trend line, and then drop for this level so that we can come in with our buys. That's what I can say now, but right now it's a no-go for me. I cannot do anything. Now. I cannot enter buys, nor can I enter sales. But I think sales are coming through. Let me show you why I'm saying this. Looking on the left, we have that confluence area. It's a short one, not that compacted, but you can see the rejection that is coming from that level. This was the first candle to be rejected. Then followed by that, which was a sell candle, and of course closed with also that rejection from coming in from sellers. Then followed with a buy candle, closed with also a rejection from sellers. Then the current, the previous one, which has just closed, it has also closed with rejection. So all that shows you that sellers are trying to push for their move to drop down, for the move of a drop down here. So don't be surprised if the sales come through. If we go to M15, we clearly see that we should be looking for buys, but this is a break of structure right here. So we cannot consider buys when we have a break of structure according to M15. According to H1, it's not a break of structure, of course. According to H1, this is not a break of structure, but we can only wait for the confirmation on M15 when price probably breaks this level, or actually goes below our 10 MA. That could be a signal also. It may be a trade to drop down all the way to M5 if you want to get this drop. It's not a must that you should trade V75, but if it is your asset that you trade consistently, then you can as well drop to M5 and see what it is doing and see if we can get an entry. And I believe if it breaks this level on M5, then we are on for this drop. We are on for this drop all the way to that level. If it breaks this level right here, if it does not break it, then it's gonna continue buying. But for now, no business. Don't play any games with it, and right now leave it. If it breaks this level, you enter immediately for the drop. J50. Now J50 played games and I was furious with it. I was furious with it. I don't know why I forgot to. No, I did not forget. I was supposed to give this signal to the guys only when it tested, only when it. I was waiting for a pullback, any pullback, so that I can give you guys a limited risk kind of entry. It did not retest. This is J50. J50, jump 50. Now our first entry was taken out. It had not finished doing the pullback, so it pulled back and took us out and then went all the way up there. Remember I told you we were looking for sales on J50. If we can go to daily time frame, you'll see why I told you we are looking for sales. This is the reason why. That kind of a move, and I told you it is reacting to that trend line, meaning we are dropping down. So, and I told you it is those who are on VIP, remember I told you this is gonna be a kind of, it's gonna be a swing kind of trade to engage in. And apparently you can see 2 days selling. Yesterday it was selling massively, even today has started as a sell. That's what I meant as a swing kind of trade that we are going to engage. So yesterday it took us out here. This is that trade. Let me show it to you. That was a trade. Of course we had a tight stop loss right there. It took us out and then went all the way up and then dropped immediately after reacting to that trend line. You can see right there, dropped immediately, and I entered after the breakout, but I was waiting for any pullback after that breakout so that I can give the signal to my VIPs. I didn't want to give them a big stop loss because this is big right there. That is a big stop loss right there. So it did not give it to me, and it went all the way down. As we are speaking currently, it's still moving. This is all profits. This is all profits. It found this would have been another entry for us when it hit this low and pulled back here and gave us that pullback. That would have been another entry, but we've missed it. According to H4, a new H4 has just started. A new H4 has just started. I can drag my stop loss into profits about there. The new H4 has just started. Let's look at what to do now. No, it's going to continue selling. It's going to continue selling, even though I'm not seeing how to make this entry. Even though I'm not seeing how to make another entry. If you put an entry right here, your stop loss is gonna be there. It's gonna be a big one. Now what I decide on entries like this, I rather wait for price to break this level right there. Price to break that low. Once it breaks it, then it will have to pull back to it. This is our current lower low. So once price breaks that lower low, then it will pull back to test that lower low to give us a lower high. So that's how I can anticipate my entry. Right now I cannot do any entry. I just have to wait for price to react to. When it breaks out, then you anticipate, you either enter immediately or wait for a pullback. If it gives you a pullback, then you make your entry. that is how you can decide to enter it. Or you can do how I normally do it, my first entry when it breaks out immediately, then my second entry when it does the pullback. That is how mostly I trade such. All right, so that's it on jump 50. Let's now head over to jump 25. All right, jump 25. So the analysis we had, our analysis was simple: price to head back there and then we start to drop. So it happened. I did not enter it because it first gave us that fake breakout here, and that was enough to put me off. And by the time it was doing this, I was even in class, so I didn't focus on it. So this move happened, so we can now delete all these. The breakout, immediate breakout, did not happen, so we can take out that. And now this is the move that we want according to yesterday's analysis. So but before we follow it, let's now look at today's analysis. What are we seeing? Price is above our 10 MA, that's for sure. And then we have that quite intriguing rejection coming in from buyers. That is crazy. Even though we want this drop here, this is some crazy reaction, that's some crazy rejection coming in from buyers. Okay, but are we looking for buys or we are looking for sells? According to weekly, daily, we should be looking for sells, but if you zoom out, you will clearly see that we actually need some sells. Some buys. We actually need buys to continue according to CCI signal. And the fact that it came here and started this move with this rejection shows you that there's no coming back here. I don't believe it's gonna come here. So what does that tell us? Buys are in control. If we zoom out on weekly, we are looking for sells in a weird way. We are looking for sells according to weekly, but this whole week has been a buy week. So let's now drop down to H4. Let's now dissect this perfectly. All right, so we see a buy move, we see a breakout here, then high, then pull back here, then starts to buy again. And now it is sort of having that rejection on these levels. As you can see, there's a rejection here, there's a rejection there, there's that doji candle there, then there's another previous candle having a rejection from both ends. So there's a lot of rejection come around that level. So I can have my resistance right there. That is a clear resistance level right there. So if price can break this right here, if price breaks that, then we know it's gonna continue with buys. But according to what we are seeing here, the drop is gonna happen. The drop is happening according to H4. No, H4 is still above our 10 MA. Let's go to M15. Let's see what is happening on M15. All right. Okay. This is M15. The buys are still on. The buys are still on. Okay, so we are still buying. We are still buying M15. We are still buying. we are still buying M15. So no business with it, no business with this asset, because it is still looking for buys. It is still looking for buys. It's likely to first drop all the way here and then gives us buys from there, from that OB that gave us that kind of a momentum buy. So if you're a scalper, you can as well drop down to M5, wait for this move and then enter the buys, or you can enter your sells right now. Yeah, or you can enter your sells as long as price goes below your 10 MA, probably on M5 or M1. I see M1 is happening perfectly, and then you enter that drop. Remember, this is J25. It's always crazy to trade J25 because it is a high leveraged asset. So when you're trading it, you need to be careful and have set a stop loss that you can afford to actually set, because it is a big asset. So I'm not going to enter now, but when we're doing recap, I may enter this kind of a sell move if it has not continued with a buy to break out all the way up there. So for now, I'm gonna leave it at M5. We are likely to sell this asset before we close today's session. All right, so that's it on J25. Let's wrap it. Let's go to J10. We're about to close today's session. J10, we have about 16 minutes. All right, so J10, let's see what happened to J10 yesterday. So yesterday it was still having a low momentum, as you can see right here. Then I was looking at, if I enter buys, remember I told you, if you enter buys here, your stop loss is going to be here. And in fact, it did not reach back. So if we had entered our buys, we could have made some money, perfect money right there. We did not enter. But there was also a possibility of it dropping down to this and then continuing with buys. So an early buy entry, I think I did this when we were doing the recap. It had already gone above our 10 MA, so that's why I had anticipated a buy to put a stop loss here. So I did not enter that buy, and I think I missed massively this kind of move, because you can clearly see that it went perfectly. And as we speak right now, first delete all these now, delete all those. As we speak, we have a higher high on H4, and price has reached all the way to that level, that OB. Going to weekly time frame, right, weekly time frame is still buying massively, and that W has been still moving. It's not yet reached, but one can say it is now enough for the W. It can now drop anytime from now. It can drop anytime from now, but according to weekly, we're still moving, looking for buys. According to daily, we're still looking for buys. We're still looking for buyers, but we needed a drop. I don't think we are going to get it. This was enough here. I think this was enough, since price has broken this level right here. I don't think it's gonna go down again. So this is one of those that I'm not going to trade right now. It's out of focus. It's out of focus now. It's gonna be out of focus now. We're still buying, and you can see we have a higher high, a higher low right here according to H4, and the previous candle closed as a doji on H4, which can give us the buy entry. Let's go to M15. Are we ready for the buy? Think so. Yeah, I think so. Why? Because of this right here, and this would be a change of character right there. So we have a buy entry, but if you enter here, your stop loss is gonna be down here. It's gonna be down here. If you enter now, remember, according to H4, I've showed you this is a higher high and that is a higher low, and this is a current H4 that has just started. So if you enter now, it means your stop loss is gonna be here. If I go back to H4, I don't think it will come back here, but if it can easily come back to that level. So we can choose to wait. Either we miss that entry or we risk to take this short, we risk to this very small risk right here, since our price is above our 10 MA on M15, giving us a double bottom here. That would be our signal for the buy. But we all know that H4 can easily drop, can easily first go up to get a wick for the new H4 and then later drop for the body. So it's crazy, but I think you can make a decision. And here, I'm gonna make a decision right here to make my buy entry, and I'm gonna put my stop loss right about there. I've entered because of the double bottom and because price has broken that level already, and the other reason is price is above my 10 MA and general trend is a buy. It has already broken structure right here, and we've started to see our higher high, higher low, higher high, and this should be our higher low right there. So that's why I've made my entry there. My TP, I'm just gonna look for I'm just gonna look for a risk to reward ratio of 1 to 2. Is what I'm gonna look for. I'm just gonna look for a risk to reward ratio of 1 to 2. I can go for a 1 to 3, but looking from here, daily time frame, let's go to daily time frame. I think I can get even a 1 to 3. All right, I think we still have room for a 1 to 3. We still have room for a 1 to 3. So let's go back there. Let's look for a 1 to 3. All right, so that's where our 1 to 3 is, and that's where I'll be taking my profits. That's where I'm anticipating my profits to be. All right, so that's it on J10. I've made that entry, but like I've told you, it's a risky one because this new H4 has just started. The previous one had a doji, and a doji can simply mean continuation of the previous move, which was this candle here, this sell, bearish sell, or a reversal. So in this case, we've been buying. This could be just a pullback and continue with the buys. But according to M15, I've told you why I've made my entry. That double bottom there giving me the signal, and of course price being above my 10 MA also added to that. All right, so that's it on J10. Let's wrap it up with gold and we call it a day. So gold, yesterday, let's bring yesterday. This was yesterday. We made a loss on gold yesterday. We made a loss on gold. We entered late and then it reversed immediately. We entered the late sell, then it reversed immediately. We made a loss yesterday. Because we wanted to sell this, but we made a late entry and came to our stop losses. And now after doing that, it went all the way up for the buys and broke the structure even. So all this now is no longer necessary. All this now right here, I want to delete a lot of these so we have a clear structure, clear. Alright, so that was that, so we don't need it anymore. That was a confluence area. Price reacted to it shortly, did not drop down, but after breaking it, it started to drop down. So is it going to come to this? Because we wanted it to first come down here so that we can enter our buys again. Okay, let's delete that. I want to delete everything that is no longer needed. This is H4, H1, H4. All right. The previous H4 closed with a rejection from buyers, as you can see, and we've been seeing rejection on that same level, looking to the left. So I don't think it's gonna break it. I think there's a strong level there. So looking at M15, we already have a change of character from that same level. So I believe buys are still strong. So the Asian has been a drop, and London is trying to continue with buys, but it's not going to drop again. It's going to drop again. So with London, it's a break of structure, then failed to break. Now it has a change of character. If I go to H1, we never had a change. Oh, that was a change of character. Lower low, lower high, lower low. It can as well continue to drop. Price is below a 10 MA on H4. That is a significant thing to understand, because it can still continue to drop. Okay, so I think we have what we need. So this is where we saw our change of character on H4, and price has not reacted back to any of those areas. So I think we are likely to continue selling even in the New York. London and New York, we are likely to continue selling. I told you we left some fair value gaps around these levels. There's this one here, there's that one there, so it can come all the way in between here. It can come all the way in between there before it goes back for this kind of a buy. So right now I won't be doing anything. I'm just going to wait. Even though I have this as a change of character on M15, price can play games and then keep dropping again. Yeah, no business here. No business, unless if it makes a pullback down and then gets me another momentum of buy, then I can enter. But until then, I cannot trust this change of character. It can be a fake change of character on M15. So I'm not going to consider it right now, since I've seen what I've seen on H4. So if it drops down and confirms this change of character, then I can enter some buys. If it drops like that, then I can enter some buys. But if it fails, then no business with buys. If it drops and breaks the previous low here, then it is continuing to drop all the way here, to look for the liquidity that it left all the way within these spaces. So that's it on gold. Hope you guys had a great time with me. Let's now do a recap and we call it a day. I remember that the VIP is still available. Also the mentorship class we started, but I told you if you missed the offer, now it has gone back to 400 as the price of the mentorship class. So that is $115. But for VIP, for the VIP signals, the usual offer is there, $15 per month. So if you want to join, you can as well join. All right guys, don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe if you've never subscribed before. All right, so crash 500, I told you we are likely to continue with buys, and clearly you can see it is continuing with buys. This is what we are anticipating. It has given us a pull on that as it was closing that H4. I can decide to enter the buys here, but it's gonna be a risky. It's gonna be a risk that anyone who can't afford to risk should not be entering this trade. It's going to be probably according to H4, but why should I risk it? Why should I risk when M5 and M15, they are all showing me that it's likely to drop? So I'm not going to risk it. It's not worth it. It's not worth my risk right here. All right, we have a sell, we have a breakout here. This is no business. You don't have to think twice. We have a drop. This is a drop here on M15, a breakout, and I told you once it breaks out immediately I'm going to be entering. I'm going to put my stop loss just a bit up there. It's a bit big, but I want it not to take me out if it tries to look for the stop losses above there, but most of the times it doesn't go back up after breaking up that support right there. So we are looking for a 1 to 3. Let's see if we have a 1 to 3. This is boom 1000. Yeah, we're gonna have a 1 to 3. It's hitting our target perfectly right there. It's gonna be a 1 to 3. So our target is right there on that very arrow. That is our target. So a 1 to 3 there for our day there. So let's now lock in our sells. Boom 500. Yeah, we are anticipating buys to go up there to confirm this. So if you want, you can go for the buy move or wait for the sell move later. So for now, this is no go for me. New H4 has started, so anytime from now it may spike or it may break out here and continue selling, but I don't think it will before it confirms this change of character. So let's wait and see. V25 1S pull back there, then a drop or a breakout, then continue. So let's wait and see what will come through. V75. All right, I told you I will only enter sales if price breaks this level, and it has not yet broken it. If it comes around here and gives me an entry to if it starts to drop, then this will be our change. This will be our heads and shoulder. If it comes back to that level and starts to drop, then that will be a change of character signal to enter immediately. J50, I told you guys it's a no-go. You can only wait for it to break out and then make your entries for the sales. I'm already in it, so no business here for now. Look at how we missed that trade. I told you it's gonna sell. I missed to come back to it, and we've just missed all that. This is M1. This is J25. I told you it's likely to drop again, but it's going to be giving us buys from this level. So we've missed that entry. I was skeptical to enter when we were on it because it was still playing games. You can see it was having some rejection there, but it has dropped massively ever since the new H4 started. So we've missed this. This was a good move right there. That was a good sell move. Since it is J25, this is a lot of money. Whether you're using whatever lot size, this is some big money depending on your account and the lot size you use on it. At J10, we've locked in our buys to continue because of what we saw on M15. So we have our buys and perfectly set. We have our risk and our exit points already set. So let's wait and see if we are going to have some money in our bag before the day ends. All right, so that's it for today. Lastly was gold. I've told you gold has given us a change of character, but I cannot enter it unless I see a pullback and then an entry for me to capitalize on, or until it drops down to look for that liquidity all the way in this area here according to H4. So for now, no business. We will leave it on M15, but we are likely to buy it according to M15. This is considered to be a change of character on M15. If it drops here and tests that level, then we are likely to have a perfect entry for buys to take us all the way up there. So that's it guys. Please don't forget to subscribe, don't forget to like. I hope you've had a great time with me. Our focus today is on boom 1000. Is likely to be on boom 500. V25 1S is still crazy. It has a low momentum. V75 not really, it's still not crazy. We cannot focus on it right now. Neither should we focus on jump 50. We've missed to focus on this. We should have made our entry there. We've missed that because it was on an M1 kind of time frame, so we missed that. But we have a focus also on J10, looking for that, and gold, hopefully, if it reacts to such a level. So hopefully we can focus also on gold, but we have J10 to focus on. We have boom 1000, and also we have boom 500. So those are the assets I'll be focusing on today. The rest I'll be just checking to see if they are working out what we need for our entries. All right, so that's it. Apparently we have a what on crash on on boom 1000. Apparently we have floating loss, but if it is meant to give us this sell, it's gonna continue selling later. So don't worry about that, unless if it spikes and takes us out, then that means it is not going to respect this pullback for our sell. So for now, no business. I mean, don't panic for the floating loss. If you're in, hold your position. I hope you set your risk perfectly and you know what you can afford to risk. Don't just set a stop loss. If it is not within your risk tolerance, don't set it. You rather don't trade than risking a lot that you cannot afford to risk on a specific account. For example, if you have a $100 account, I don't expect you to risk $10. That is a lot. Yeah, that is a lot. It means if you risk $10, and you should not even be trading boom 1000 because it is crazy. It is a big risk. The maximum you should be risking on a $10 account, I mean $100 account, should be around $5, or maximum should be $3, in fact, to be clear. $3. Yeah. Anyways, that's it. That's how trading is. I hope you know that. If you don't know that, then you should be coming to my class to understand all those risk management concepts on what to use. Anyways, let me wish you guys a good day. Happy trading. Bye bye.